Ahoy, Voyagers! Welcome back to our thrilling journey in the world of procurement. Today, we will identify how costs and prices can be estimated for procurement activities. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more entertaining educational videos. Let's start by looking into the types of data that can provide price and cost information. We have two main tools for our exploration: desk research, our secondary research telescope; field research, our primary research compass. And what treasures will we find? Data in two intriguing forms: qualitative data, our statistical numbers that shine like gold coins, and quantitative data, revealing thoughts and feelings of the people like messages in a bottle. Let's dive into desk research like detectives looking for clues. We'll find information that's already out there, both free and paid. Here's where we can look: local business libraries like a treasure chest of books, trade associations full of insider info, government stats giving us the big picture, business magazines with stories and tips, data from local authorities and the Chamber of Commerce like community secrets, market reports like special guides to what's going on. And don't forget your own business's data, like a map you already have. Each place is a chance to learn something new for our business. Sometimes we can't find the data we need. That's when we do field research, like going on a treasure hunt for brand new info. It's super important to get data that's right, useful, and fair. Here's how to do it. Select a suitable sample. Pick the right group of people to ask. Questioning style. Think about how you ask questions. Do you want simple yes, no answers, or more detailed ones? Avoid leading questions. Be careful not to ask questions in a way that makes people give you the answers you want to hear. Consider reliability. Think about how trustworthy your results are and watch out for biases. Fair data analysis. When you look at your results, be fair and don't let your own opinions twist what the data is telling you. Set sail on the sea of pricing strategies, where each choice shapes the journey of selling your product or service. Market penetration. Like a sale at your favorite store, offer low prices to attract loads of customers. Market skimming. Start with fancy prices for your brand new item, then drop them when others start copying you. Cost plus. Add up what it costs to make your product, then tack on a bit more for your piggy bank. Marginal. Once you've covered your basic costs, any extra sales are just about the cherry on top. Going rate. Price your stuff just like everyone else. Premium. Think luxury. Price it high because people love fancy things. Buyer-based. Set prices based on what people are willing to pay. Like a bidding game. Discriminatory. Special deals for different folks, like cheaper movie tickets for kids. Captive. When you're the only shop in town, you set the price, but don't get too greedy. Let's make sense of RFI, RFQ, and RFP. RFI, request for information. It's like window shopping. You're just asking around to see what's out there. No plans to buy anything yet. RFQ, request for quotation. This one's like asking for the price tag. You know what you want and you're asking how much it'll cost to get it. RFP, request for proposal. Think of this as a call for ideas. You're not quite sure what you want, so you're asking suppliers to come up with some cool solutions. So even though they're just one letter apart, each one has its own special role in the shopping adventure. Now let's dive into the world of costs and Porter's value chain model. Let's make sense of different types of costs in an easy way. Direct costs. Think of these as the ingredients in your favorite recipe. They're the costs directly linked to making your product or service. Indirect costs, overheads. These are like the bills you pay to keep your house running, like electricity or water. They're the general costs of running your business, but not tied to any specific product. Fixed costs. These are your predictable costs, like a Netflix subscription. They stay the same no matter how much you're selling. Variable costs. These are like grocery bills that go up or down depending on how much you're cooking or selling. And for a bit of extra flavor, here are some examples. Direct fixed cost. Like a production line supervisor, always there regardless of how much you produce. Direct variable cost. Raw materials that change depending on how much you're making. Indirect fixed cost. Administrative staff salary. They get paid no matter what. Indirect variable cost. Marketing campaign costs that vary with your promotional activities. And don't forget about semi-variable costs. A mix of fixed and variable, like a phone plan with a fixed base and extra charges for additional usage. Let's explore Mr. Porter's value chain model as if it were a factory tour. Primary activities. Inbound logistics, like receiving a shipment of parts. Operations. The busy factory floor turning parts into products. Outbound logistics, packaging and sending products to customers. Sales and marketing, the lively marketplace where we attract and keep customers. Service, the after-sales care, making sure customers stay happy. Supporting activities. Think of these as the backbone of the factory. Firm infrastructure, HR management, technology development, and procurement. Now, how do these fit with costs? Primary activities often line up with direct costs, like buying materials for production, while supporting activities are more like indirect costs, such as maintaining the factory itself. Let us look in details at 3 types of analysis: break-even analysis, purchase cost analysis, purchase price analysis. Let's dive into break-even analysis. Think of break-even analysis like a game where you find the magic point where your business neither loses nor gains money. It's called the break-even point, where your sales cover all your costs, but you're just chilling, not making a profit yet. The formula to find this magic number is like a treasure map. QB equals FC divided by TR minus VC, where QB, the number of products you need to sell to break even. FC, fixed costs, like the rent for your shop. TR, total revenue, or how much money you make from selling stuff. VC, variable costs, which change based on how much you sell. So it's all about balancing your costs and sales to find that sweet spot. Let's explore procurement cost analysis. Imagine you're a detective, analyzing the cost of every little part that makes up what you're buying. The main goal: to figure out if you're getting the best deal possible. Here are some detective questions you might ask. Are all the costs to make this product really needed and fair? Do the numbers for these costs make sense? Is the overhead cost hiding a subsidy for another product the supplier sells? Did the supplier plan for unexpected changes, contingencies? And finally, is the profit they're making reasonable, not too much? It's all about making sure you're paying the right amount for what you get. Let's explore price analysis. Imagine you're a different detective trying to crack the case of, is this price fair? Here's your toolkit. Past prices. Like checking an old diary, look at what prices were paid before. For some things, you can use price indices like a secret code book. Published price. This is like looking at the price tag in a store window. What's everyone else charging? Pricing formula. In some special cases, it's like having a secret formula that tells you if the price makes sense. So put on your detective hat and start solving the mystery of the price. Let's dive into the world of supplier pricing. Imagine suppliers have a zoo with different types of customer animals. 1. Core customers. The lions. They're king of the jungle. Suppliers protect these valuable and attractive accounts fiercely, maybe even throwing them a discount bone if rivals prowl around. 2. Develop customers. The elephants. Big potential, but in a less exciting part of the jungle. Suppliers are keen to make friends, offering treats, like price breaks, to grow the friendship. 3. Exploit customers. The peacocks. They're in a flashy part of the jungle, but aren't the main attraction. Suppliers show off their premium prices like a peacock's feathers. 4. Nuisance customers. The squirrels. Not much interest here. Suppliers are like gardeners who price their nuts high, not too worried if the squirrels don't bite. Understanding this zoo helps in knowing how to deal with each animal, Supplier in the procurement jungle. Now let us explore whole life asset management and costs associated with it. First, let's zoom into acquisition costs. It's more than the price tag. Think delivery, setup, and those little handling quirks. Like buying a bike and realizing you need to pay for the bell and the lights too. Then we jump to processing and maintenance costs. This is your journey with the product. For our bike, it's like oiling the chain, fixing a puncture, and maybe that fancy new seat cover. Don't forget the end-of-life costs. It's the curtain call for your product, selling the old bike or maybe recycling it. And oh, the non-value-adding processes. Those unexpected expenses like repairing a broken pedal. Annoying but part of the adventure. Now, a quick note on TCA, total cost of acquisition. It's just the start line, the cost of getting the product in your hands. Our bike's price tag, basically. In some industries, professionals might use terms like TCO, total cost of ownership, and LCC, lifecycle costs, instead of WLC. They're similar concepts, but with slightly different focuses. So the next time you're planning a purchase, remember it's not just about the initial price. Think about the whole life costs to get a true sense of what your purchase will really cost you over time. Thank you for joining us on this thrilling journey. Subscribe to our channel for more entertaining and educational videos. Please don't forget to hit the like button if you really enjoyed our voyage. May your future endeavors be as exciting and successful as our adventure today.